This is my NC29 CBR 400 RRL that I bought for £200 on Marketplace, and it took me road racing. But it's about to go road racing again, and it needs a little bit of love. Few things to make some more power and less weight, and the last one's really special. But first, let's get the bodywork off. Just like that. See if these headers crack off, please do. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a very good sign. I need an extension. Oh yes. Anyone that's ever had to take exhaust headers off and knows what can happen will share my joy right now. There's only one. One's not too bad. Thankfully, just the one that had snapped on the way out, which meant we could get the exhaust off, the last of the plugs and wires that were connected to it, and drop the engine. Now, the engine had been sat for quite a while. There was a lot of corrosion that you might remember from the last video, and well, we had a bit of a special idea for getting this nice and cleaned up. So with help from Brandon, we got the engine out and onto the bench. So those of you that have seen the last 400 video will know that I'd spent quite a while cleaning this engine up, and if you haven't seen that video, go and watch it. But there's only so many places I can get into with a wire brush on a drill, so I'm gonna see a man about some frickin' laser beams.
Frickin' laser beams!
Ew, 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 ew. Well, I've seen a man about some frickin' laser beams. Look at this. Absolutely lovely. So shout out to Manx Laser Restorations. That's some good stuff. So yeah, obviously engine all in one place. Well, one place, not one place, all in one piece, all sealed. Didn't really have to take too much off besides the rubbery bits. And yeah, it's just a lot better. So we will give it a good service and stick it back in. That's the first good thing to be done. Oh, 400. So I was just cleaning up this little coolant pipe on the wire wheel. Not very interesting. There's a bit of surface rust. I thought, what's the point in filming that? So I did it. However, it's now suddenly become quite interesting because there's a hole there. I don't know how well you can see that. It's just taken out a little chunk. Now, fortunately, get out my face, torch.
Get out of my face.
Fortunately, that's happened here because it literally brushed over that part and just a chunk came out. So it was obviously corroded and ready to go. And I'd rather it have been found here in my hand rather than down the back straight when it's under pressure, nice and hot and just gone. But yeah, we need to do something. Fortunately, it is magnetic, so it is a steel pipe, so I might be able to stick a bit of weld on it because this is on track in 4 days and there's no chance of me finding one of these things. It's not like modern bikes where you can just go on and buy parts on eBay. So yeah, we'll fire up the welder and do this. I suppose what I best do actually is there's two of these. Where's the other one? There's that one there as well. That one looks quite nicer. Yeah, still a little bit of surface corrosion. I'll give that one a clean up and check that doesn't have any issues either. Little 400 grades as is. Right, okay, so not great. Pulled the pipes off and on closer inspection, see, ooh, bright. There is a few holes. And the other side is okay, but this one has more holes than expected. I've been quite aggressive with that as well to see if it's spreading, so yeah, there's no chance of me getting one of them. I'm gonna have to try and clean that up and weld it and hope that it lasts the weekend. Let's see if we can get one for pre, because I don't really want to run that on the roads. We got some of the world's finest pigeon shit on there. And down here, I'm not too worried about because that just needs to be well covered and sealed. I don't really care how that looks like. But up at the top here, that's where the hose goes on, so that needs to be flattened round to make a seal. So grind it down, check the holes, no doubt I have to weld again. Repeat the process because I don't know what I'm doing. It will be sealed by the time I'm done. All right, time traveled. Okay, so that pipe's fixed. We've done some welding on it and some grinding and some welding and some grinding, and it is holding pressure, which is nice. Only air pressure. Haven't actually done a wet run through yet because there's some few things that we've got to do. So first of all, the next modification that's coming is going to take up this gap here, which means we need to move the coils, and they are going to go on the frame. This is because I want to make a bit more power with the bike, and that means getting more air in and more air out and more fuel, bigger bang, awesome stuff. So, got a nice new shiny exhaust to go on, but I've got to fix that exhaust stud first. Oh my good God, yes! That exhaust stud actually came off really easy, which is surprising. A little bit of temperature differential, and we are ready to put on new exhaust. So, the old one, besides being a little bit crispy, is just not ideal really. So it's a 4 into 2 into 1, and there's quite a little choke point down here, whereas the GF Racing is a 4 into 1. There's a much bigger section early on, has these little balance pipes, and it also weighs a lot less. So we'll get that on, and hopefully the bike won't sound like a sewing machine anymore. And although it's quiet at the generator at the minute, it is running. We should just pop that on there, I think. And yeah, just like that, I suppose. Right, now we get a can on, which is a little bit different. This should be some titanium. Again, weighs less. The one that came off it is quite a bit heavier, but it's on a 3-bolt old school pattern, where this is just a slip-on. It looks like we've got a baffle in there. No. No. Alright, so we have the exhaust on. The band thing that went around the old can's the wrong size, and we have to do one of those tomorrow. We have the carbs in, which was just a nightmare trying to fight them in, with the GF Racing bell mouths on. I've put the coils up here for now just to test it, just to see if it runs, / I want to hear the new exhaust, even though it is 10 to 10. Be alright. Be alright, make some noise. Oh look, power. It's making fuel noises. There we got a choke. Oh. That's not good. What's that? That is quite the pool of fuel. Oh. I don't think I should do that.
You clever boy.
Right, so the leaky fuel was stuck floats in carbs, which are these. They're basically just letting all the fuel from the pump fill up the bowl and then go up and pish out these things. A gentle persuasion tap with a hammer fixed that. However, then the bike wasn't running properly, so I pulled the carbs off and threw my ones back on, which aren't jetted for the ram air system, but that's fine. It fired up and purred, no problem. But then it started leaking coolant. So just coolant leaking fuel to sort before it goes on track in 17 hours. Okay, so update, we have these carbs, which are jetted for the ram air, but they're being an arsehole. These carbs that are not being an arsehole, but they're not jetted for the ram air. Jez of Jap Racing, who has helped immensely with these little Diddy 400s, and we've got his carbs. So he ran them at a track day recently, so they work, so we'll just plonk them on. And yeah, swap out the header seals, because I've obviously got the wrong ones, and they're not quite sealing right, so I'll pop them off. And I swear to fucking God, if I try to take one of these exhaust studs that have been in for all of like 2 hours and they snap, I'm going to be very upset. this. She sounds nice. So part of getting more air in means using this scoop, which is going to suck up the air, and that goes in down here. However, the coils are in the way, so we gotta get them out. And it's going to feed up over. This ram will go in, and that'll come up here, and then sucks in air down there, all the way up to there. Alright, geezer.
Fucked it.
No. It was just the minor fuel leak that was solved, and then the coolant leak, which was solved.
Problem solved.
No, not solved.
Things have happened
Camera's in the same spot. Bike looks a bit more bikey
since yesterday.
since yesterday, because it is now, let me check my watch, 12:46.
Cool.
I've made some, move your hand, custom brackets for the radiator, just stop it hitting the exhaust manifold.
No exhaust.
Got the intake.
The ram, the coils.
Cabs, coils have been mounted.
And then the forks on the way.
Wow.
Knobheads. We're going to miss the first session. Fuck over that now. I'm sorry, there's a plan I'm being late. Yeah, because I can't be asked looking at that. I'll just news. I want mosey on down. Tomorrow's all about testing the bike. Yeah. Wow.
Hi.
We're loaded. We just got to go get some numbers.
It's only like 9:10, so it's fine.
Yeah, 9:10. I don't think bikes are out on track just yet. No, riding this briefer's underway. So yeah, we're gonna miss the first session, so we'll be out at 11, which means no rush, so we can
Get the new
chill.
awning out, the new
Yeah.
fucking sides on it and that.
get all set up and that, and then we'll be ready to go. With the new air ram, baby. How about a new headache, baby? Yeah, Saturday was an absolute mess, from dragging brakes, coolant leaks, forgetting the belly pan, one of the cars got a puncture, the other car immobilised itself. Yeah, we're just going to skip past that and get to race day, because that went a bit better. Fuck yesterday, for many reasons.
Including my car.
Yeah, just all sorts broke. But it's been through scrutineering. Happy days, kit's done. We're ready for practice. We now have a break, hopefully. So we'll see how the day goes. Yeah, I suppose. Oh, wee chunk of rock. A little slate for third place in the lightweight. Day is done. Yeah, came together in the end with the headache machine, which has a bajillion flies on. Crazy amounts of flies everywhere. I don't remember, like, does this happen every year? Do we have to kill off flies when summer starts?
Yeah. There's always like a
That
couple
seems-
of meetings where it is terrible. Look at the forks as well. Like that. On your lovely polished forks.
I know, I only polished them the other day. They're really red, mane, so there's with splattering.
Oh, bikes been splattered.
Yeah, so we pack up, and next outing will be PTT,
Then all of us.
then Oliver's, then Manx Grand Prix.
Have you edited any of the videos from last year?
No! No, well, no. I still got to edit Aberdare.
But it will happen.
In the meantime, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I can still do some stuff. Please head over to the shop and buy some hats and stuff and things. That would be wonderful. It's unrestrictedisle.com. Well, hello everyone. We are going road racing again, headed down for the PTT Classic races on the little 91 Baby Blade. Currently a lovely sunny day. It's lunchtime, and yeah, roads close at 6 o'clock, just as the weather changes. So we've got the van all loaded up. We're quite a nice spot this year. We're not too far away. First things first, I suppose, unload, set up, and then balance the wets, because the wets are going to have to go in with the 6 foot of lock wire that they have on, because we now have to have axles, spindles, and the calipers all lock wired. Don't know why. wasn't like that last year, but now it is. Well, welcome to Casa del PTT. We've got the awning up, a little bit more space than the Ambo, and king size bed is lovely. So yeah, I'm just about to fire on the whiteboard to put up the times. I think we're scrutineering at 6:20, and then out qualifying at 7:20-ish. I think it's like 6:23 or 7:18, but whatever. It will be a combined session with the 600s, and then tomorrow we're qualifying on our own, and then racing on Sunday on our own as 400s, if it goes. Currently, weather's not looking too bad, but it looks like it's going to hit as the roads close, which is 10 out of 10. Great stuff. So much fucking luck.
Why are you doing this, Blake? Is it wet or something? And you lock wide on the wrong wheels?
Yeah.
Yep. We do not need this at all.
We do.
Oh, not today.
We need the discs.
Oh, fuck off, really?
Very important.
Ah!
It looks smaller.
It is that one. Oh! Yes.
Great.
This is your first time using the session?
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully it actually works. It's just on, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I can see if it's working as well.
Yeah.
The gas bore. Yeah, someone's parked their car here.
Sorry about that. Do you want me to move?
Ah, she'll fit, I reckon.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me.
Give me your insurance
Accident. Accident.
Can't park there, sir. Can't park there, mate.
You're getting sued, Blake. You're getting sued.
To carry it like an
What was
Indian.
this?
Ah, you know, I think I've got whiplash, Brandon.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting sued.
Oh, he's got you there.
You're getting jailed, fella.
My lawyer will batter your lawyer.
You're not coming to my birthday party anymore. I'm gonna go stick this in the face.
Okay.
Scrutineering and technical inspection is a critical part of making racing happen, all the way from club level right up to the TT. So if you're interested, they're recruiting now. Please contact me or the Scrutineers Association. You could be poking around Davy Todd's Superbike, having a look at McGuinness's Supersport, or checking bikes have tyres.
Thank you so much. You need all three of them, or... Oh, yeah, the all three, yeah.
Get on. Yeah, good idea. Good idea. Get it started, Tom. Wet?
It's busy.
Busy?
A lot of bikes out, isn't there?
Don't know if that helped.
I think it's made it worse.
It seems like there's a lot of bikes out there.
Yeah, there was Steely 750s and all sorts.
Yeah, there was like
me.
lack of adhesion flags
Everywhere.
Where was it? Cross fourways, ran that way, and I went through on the first one, and the front end just went. I was like, oh, I don't like this. Yeah, I think it's slippery because it's been nice for so long, and now this is the first like wet day. There's all sorts of shit coming up, isn't
Yeah,
there?
you've got dirt and wet. It's
Yeah.
wet dirt in it.
Yeah, cross fourways, slick. Right, I'm gonna get me hat. We'll find very lovely Hayley and Hannah. Talk to me, girls.
Haley's nice and cheap.
About the racing.
Yeah. Good morning, it is day 2 and it's looking like it's going to be pretty damp again. It's dry for the moment, so the boys that are out early should have some dry sessions maybe, and then the rain's going to come back in just before I go out at 3:30, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully a little less traffic this time because it's just 400s out. There was quite a lot of bikes happening. It was 34 on circuit, which when you're all set off on the grid isn't too bad, but because we were setting off in pairs at like 5-second intervals, it was a bit of an issue. So yeah, hopefully less traffic. We'll get out the gate sharpish, so we can set a better time because it's not good. But yeah, for now, P and T. I've decided that the names on the tail in the blue, they're not visible enough in the camera, so I'm going to redo them in white, but it means they are very fiddly. All the little bits are individual stickers, so I've got to peel them off, and because they're so small it is a bit of a pain, so we've got the hook. It's the same way that I did these on the visor, so they're all individual stickers. Looks ace, but a bit of a pain. Yeah. Thank you, tail gang. This also meant the headache of peeling all the stickers off the tail, but totally worth it because the white really pops. You'll see that in a few minutes on the next session. Now, being the race was wet, the bike was filthy, so I had to clean that.
Disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting. Right, so the game of the weekend has been see as many weather forecasts as possible and know what's going on. So we knew it was going to be wet yesterday, that was fine and dandy. And it was going to be wet again today. The boys that are out at the minute are getting a dry session, but it was going to be wet this afternoon. And I thought, best check the forecast, see what's happened. IOM today say the rain's coming at 4. We're out at 3:30. Met Office says the rain's coming at 5. And the rain radar now says that the rain's coming at 5:30. So it looks like we're going to have to change wheels, do all of the frickin' lock wiring again, and yeah, might have a dry session ahead of the wet race tomorrow. Good success. Oh, I forgot about that lock wire. Yeah, it's not just a wheel change.
Yeah, more lock wire.
Right, it's 20 to 1. 20 to 2, sorry.
Do you want to wait till like 5-10 past 2?
You've got a package, yeah? Yeah. Nice on, thank you. Up in the front here.
Go time, baby.
Closed roads, racing on country roads, full throttle, no don't roll. This is what soothes the soul. Closed teeth, hold it flat, look for the apex. It's coming up fast. It's real road racing. The thrill, it is amazing. Just man and machine coming with
That's sexual harassment.
Hello.
Hola.
That shower at the start was a bit worrying, but it was fine after, right?
Yeah, well, so I started going down towards Iron Gate and stuff, and it sounded really heavy. It was like smashing off the visor, smashing off the screen. And then when I got to the slow bits, it seemed like it was all right. I thought, yeah, all right then. But they kept changing the flags. It was like rain flags were out, and then they were back in, and then lack of adhesion were out in different areas. It was like, what's going on here? Yeah. It was all right.
307.
Yeah, not too shabby.
You found?
Yeah, it wasn't wet, so.
Yeah, first 2 laps you're doing like 120s, and then that last lap you found 13 seconds.
Yeah. I think that was the last lap was the only one that was close to being nice and it wasn't too good. I think yesterday, because of the issues with the traffic, being like dead choppy getting into those slow bits, that was like the first time I've had chance to actually go through the slow bits, the 4 corners
properly,
sort of thing. Yeah, so it was only like that last lap where some of them were smooth. Yeah, I'll do.
Cool.
Irrelevant, because tomorrow it's going to fucking piss down. Alright.
Aww.
Dab me up. Yeah. Sunday was forecast to be the worst for weather by far. Everything suggested that, but we know how the Isle of Man works, so we weren't too surprised to find some sunshine when it came to race day. And everyone was in good spirits anyway. It's hard not to. We were ready to get the little 400 singing. Now the race would not go how we thought it would, and you'll see that in a few moments. But for now, we're here, we're in the sunshine, we are ready to rock and roll. Let's go do some road racing.
No red flag, there you go.
Yeah, slippery. Why is it red? It's still running. Where are they? They should have been through by now.
But they might have pulled them off.
Yeah, we'd been pulled off at Stadium thanks to the deteriorating conditions making the slip and slide. We found that quite amusing. While we were enjoying ourselves parked up waiting for the TMs, chatting to the marshals and the medics, back in the paddock, everyone was escaping the rain. And true to this weekend, it wouldn't last long.
Day is done. Pre-TT is completed. You'll probably have an update from Blake. Brandon's camera is wet. I am wet. Brandon's wet. Becky's really wet. But now, sunshine. So yeah, see you on the flip side.
Nearly got me sub 3 minute lap. Went for a dirty pass into cross four ways, which was successful. Got him on the brakes, totally chopped up his line. Didn't go down the first gear, so as soon as the exit, he just went bye. Got a pretty decent run through Church to start catching him up, and was just getting level with him as we were about to commit to Great Meadow. That fast right hand there. Luckily, just as he was about to come in, I got next to him and he backed out a bit. And yeah, slowly reeling in. There was I think a green one, a Dale in front, slowly reeling them in, and then the rain came.
I can see that though as you come past, you know, like he's getting closer and closer today.
But I can't remember what it was. Great Meadow, I think, double waved yellows again, thought shit, someone's in the road, and then they just red flagged it. So.
We did get pretty moist, I must say.
Yeah. Hey ho, we went road racing again. It's not been fantastic, but we are going to go to the Manx Grand Prix, and hopefully that'll be a bit better and not wet, otherwise we won't go anywhere. If you'd like to support that, please head over to unrestrictedisle.com, see some cool stuff that we've got in the shop. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.